Could you describe the McDonald's drive-thru operator, the former child star, and most importantly, the ghost of River Phoenix?
They're all very different. I probably go on the internet and find out that I did work at McDonald's when I was 18. I went to Yale. I moved to LA, in Northern California, to go to UCLA, and I left after a year. And my parents said that if I wanted to be an actor, that was fine, but I would have to kind of, work for, my money. They weren't going to give me any more money, and if I needed to go to UCLA and get my English degree. And so I didn't have much work experience, and there were a lot of actors in LA that had taken all the choice waiter jobs, and and I was just like this schlubby 18-year-old, and I went into these interviews, and they didn't hire me. They shouldn't have hired me. And then I had a friend who said, "Are you too good for McDonald's?" And I said, "I guess not. If this means that I get to pursue acting, then I'll work in McDonald's." So I did, and I used some of the experiences and just my inside knowledge of McDonald's to kind of help me write a two-part kind of story about somebody who works there. But the character in those stories is definitely not me. But I have I could paint the inside of McDonald's because I had worked there in the drive-thru. And there's a former child star, and I guess maybe I wrote that in I started an early draft of that in a class with one of my other favorite teachers, Gary Steingart at Columbia, and that just sort of came out. And I guess what I was maybe addressing is that weird phenomenon that I come across in the movie business, where there are kids acting alongside adults, and they're asked to kind of be as professional as adults in some ways. And there's this whole kind of weird apparatus or entourage around them with, the cliche of the actor parents or whatever. And in some ways it's, it can be true. And then something weird can really happen if you grow up in the spotlight. Not everybody turns out, bad, but it can be kind of a distorting thing. There's a great book by this guy Teddy Wayne called the Love Song of Johnny Valentine, where a kid is coming of age and you realize that the way that he deals with his fame and his public persona is are lessons that he's learning just alongside just growing up. And they become, the way that he presents himself to his public is just as important or more important than, being a good person or learning, kind of values, moral values. And so I guess that was part of what I was trying to get at with this kind of child star that turns out to be a little excessive.
And River Phoenix Ghost?
Those poems, I wrote 4 poems about River Phoenix, and he was, he's just he's probably my favorite actor. I remember when he died, I was in high school. And it's just I guess it was, just kind of a tribute. I mean, some of the stuff in here is very, I guess you could say tongue-in-cheek or ironic or funny. And I don't view those poems as, anything other than a real tribute to somebody that was and is a hero.